Alrighty, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello and welcome. How's everybody today? I hope you're doing well. And I welcome all of you to my first of two fun gameplay streams, a full day of gameplay streaming here live today on my Twitch channel. A few things to talk about. First of all, I think I should mention, every day I've been playing this pre-stream music for over a year. It's something that we've been doing, I think, since like the fall of 2017 or something like that. There is a playlist of all this music on YouTube, and it includes full music videos. I don't think I've ever even really mentioned that, but I just play this music right from, let's try this again. Boy, I'm so confused. Let's try this again. Let's try this completely over. There's a playlist. There is a playlist, ladies and gentlemen, that is on YouTube of all of the music videos. Okay? All of the music videos of all of this music. And it's fun because it's music videos, fully edited music videos, all right, that are available to watch. And they're pretty high quality stuff. And you should give it a look. I'll be honest, a lot of the music I play on these pre-streams is incredibly old. We're talking remixes from like 2010. All right? Really long ago. So it is what it is. The quality is not going to be great, but you might want to give it a look. All right? So give it a look. And, if you ever want the playlist, it's available here in the pre-stream, or not the pre-stream, but the stream itself. If you type ! Playlist. Okay, and I just did it in the stream chat right now. I brought up a link, so you can go right ahead and, click that link and check it out for yourself. All right. Now, outside of that, Twitch is having a ton of problems today. For those who are not aware, a ton of problems. What kind of problems? Well, from what I'm to understand, all kinds of big variety. I couldn't even see how many viewers were on my stream. It was completely screwed up, and I couldn't see them at all, all right? Like, I couldn't see how many viewers were on the stream. Apparently, people could not see, and I don't even know if this is still true, people couldn't see if people were live or not. You know how sometimes you have the people you follow on Twitch or the people you're subscribed to on Twitch, you can see a listing of them. Apparently, no one was showing up as a live streamer or anything. Like, no one was showing up, at all. And that's kind of weird that there's all these bugs going on with Twitch. Earlier, people couldn't see chat badges and stuff. So my apologies. Right now, I have no idea how many people I have on the stream. I usually don't look at that anyway, but I know earlier it wouldn't load. And I guess we'll see what happens if Twitch, I'm sure they'll get it fixed, during the course of today's stream or whatever. And it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But FYI, I am live, duh. And hopefully people will join the stream because today I am continuing on with Shenmue II. All right. So let's talk. Let's talk about today. Let's talk about what you guys can expect. Today is Shenmue II. All right, continuing on another 4+ hours. I do not have to end early today, which is good. I can do a full-on stream of Shenmue II, which should not be a problem at all. And it should be a good session. Yesterday was great. I played for roughly, I'd say, 3.5 hours and had some really good progress. And in my opinion, Shenmue 2 is a large improvement over Shenmue 1 for various reasons. The first being they took out a lot of the annoying things about Shenmue 1 that, in my opinion, were annoyances. Like you can't fast travel. You have to keep walking back. The days would end. Oh, now you got to go back the next day during a certain time period or whatever. And it would be really frustrating because you have to walk all the way back through the town. You have to be there at a certain time. And it really, yes, it was a game element of Shenmue 1, but at the same time, it really did pad the length of the game, especially if you kept failing at being somewhere at the right time of day or whatever. In Shenmue 2, a lot of these things are very, very, very much improved. Number one, if you're somewhere and the time runs out or you fail something, you can immediately say, okay, I want to advance time. And boom, it'll fast forward the rest of the day. And it'll come back. And it'll basically be ready to go. Like, no skin off your back. You know what I mean? I think the only negative is that in certain parts of the game, you're staying at a hotel. You have to pay every day you stay. So I guess if you screw up on a daily event or whatever, you have to pay the daily rent, which sucks because then it reduces the total money you have. But outside of that, I do like that. I do like the fast traveling and everything. It makes it better. The time advancement and the fast traveling definitely make the game a lot more smooth running than Shenmue 1 was in that regard. Also, you ask for directions, someone, instead of just telling you directions, sometimes they'll lead you, which is pretty crazy good. They'll actually walk you to where you're supposed to be, which is amazingly good. Rather than having to deal, with walking, getting lost in or confusing directions or whatever. Just being able to walk to an area is nice. Now, outside of that, the graphics look exactly the same, but that's because this is the HD collection. They've already upgraded the graphics. The combat, so far, in the 2 fights that I've done, was incredibly simplistic, just like the first game. So I don't know if the combat's going to improve any, or if it's going to be exactly the same. But I guess we'll see. So far, so good. It's been good progress. The plot's been interesting. Although it's hilarious. This kid comes up. This kid shows up. This Japanese kid shows up in Hong Kong, right? And here I am. I'm here to avenge my father's death. The first thing he starts doing is getting robbed, doing menial tasks to earn money, and running around the town trying to find out what the 4 Woo-Do are. It's like, dude, weren't you supposed to, avenge your father's death? He's basically, tricked by the Hong Kong residents into doing a ton of menial tasks. He is. He's tricked into doing all this ridiculous menial work, which is hilarious. So, yeah, pretty funny in that regard. And I still like the game. I do. I still like the game. And I think that it's quite good. And we'll continue on today with 4 more hours. All right. Now, some people said this game's around 20 to 25 hours long. But some people are saying I'm rushing through it. I mean, to my knowledge, I'm not. I'm just doing what I'm told to do. And yes, every once in a while, there's some side content. Like yesterday, I spent some time at the arcade to see, how things would go. And it was fun playing the games or whatever. But outside of that, I haven't really found much other side content besides maybe the job. Remember, I did the Lucky Strike or whatever it was called. Or was it Lucky Hit? Whatever the hell the thing is. So, I don't know what else there really is to do in the game. If there is other content that I'm missing out on, it seems to me like the game, has it kind of hidden a little bit. In which case, if you guys know of important or interesting side content that I should be checking out, by all means, let me know on the stream. I don't want to miss out on it, but at the same time, I'm just basically moving through the plot line as it's presented to me. It's funny because people were actually saying that basically I had gotten to the end of disc 1 of what this game would have been as a Dreamcast game. If you guys aren't aware, originally this was a game for the Sega Dreamcast back in the early 2000s. It was a multiple disc game, okay? And the multiple disc game basically it makes you load certain points when you swap discs. So apparently today I guess I'm starting off from disc 2. I don't know how many discs Shenmue 2 had. Back in the day, the games that I owned, I think the most amount of discs I ever had, I think, was 4 for a game back then. So I don't know if it's going to be more of the same here or what, okay? But I guess, we'll see. So here's the thing. If each disc is going to be around 3 to 4 hours long, then I guess you can estimate the game would be around 16 hours long. At the same time, will the game get harder? We're at the very introductory stages where you're just kind of walking around and getting your bearings and talking to people, right? So maybe, if that's the case, then maybe the true thing here is, that it's going to be longer. It'll be 20, 25 hours long, right? Who knows? We don't know. I guess we're going to see as we continue on here, all right? So, yeah, that's the deal. And we'll see what happens today with 4+ hours of Shenmue 2 here on the stream. It should be fun. Hold on one second, everyone. Sorry, stupid phone. Okay, so that's the first stream, Shenmue II. It should be fun stuff. Later tonight, my second stream will be the continuation of Subnautica. This has been a game that's been pretty fun. We'll see what happens with it. Last time that I played Subnautica, it was quite fun. I was able to craft a submarine. And that submarine got me to new areas that never before I had been, including I checked, all around the crashed ship. And I built an underwater base for the submarine. And we'll go from there. We'll see tonight what will happen. I believe the last thing I had done, it's hard to remember because I played it over a week ago. But I'm almost positive the last thing that I did was God, what did I do? I think oh, that's right. I did upgrade the submarine. I believe, increased its hull capacity so that the submarine could dive deeper without taking damage. And if you remember, one of the escape pods that I had found was too deep for me to go in the submarine. The submarine was taking that damage. So maybe now I can actually go deep enough to check out that escape pod that previously I hadn't checked out. I know one of the critical things I need to do is to get the components for the cutter tool, which I still don't have. I think I found 2 of 3 or something like that. I still don't have enough because people are saying you can cut doors open on some of the crash ships I found. And then, of course, the big crash spaceship, I think it's called the Aurora, that you'd be able to cut into it and check out the ship. And there's apparently lots of good stuff in it that I need to progress in the game, and I don't have it yet. Okay, so I guess we'll see tonight. Firsthand, again, those who have played Subnautica, come by on the late stream tonight. Hopefully you'll join me, and hopefully it'll be a fun thing where you guys can help me out to kind of make determinations of what really I should do. In regards to order of discovery, order of exploration, etc. Because the game can be a little confusing, especially if you have multiple options of things you should be doing. And sometimes it's not exactly clear what you should be doing or looking for. So definitely some progress and or some aid in what to do for progress would be much appreciated. So that's my late stream tonight, around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? Tomorrow, it's Toe Jam and Earl. You might say, well, what the hell is that? Well, it is a game that is supposedly continuing on from, the games of the 90s that were very popular on the Sega Genesis, some of the top games ever on Sega Genesis. I never played them, but I heard of them a million times in game magazines and the like that would always do top 10 countdowns of the year and stuff like that. So, yeah, pretty cool. And hopefully that'll be fun tomorrow. I don't really know what to expect. All right, I'm going to give it a shot, though. Tomorrow night, I'm going to return to Black Ops 4 Blackout Battle Royale gameplay. It should be good. It should be fun. I'm excited to see what happens with it and go from there. We all know that those Battle Royale streams are very chill and fun and interactive, which is cool because, last night I played Tetris 99, which was not very interactive at all because I had to hyper-focus on the game and the like, So, I guess we'll see, what happens, but it should be fun. Already I'm seeing people in stream chat, Golden Colt says, Toe Jam and Earl will be bad, don't buy it, play something else. I'm just doing it for variety's sake. I'm assuming it's not going to be a full $60 game, I think it's going to be a weird experience. At the very least, it'll be something completely different to break stuff up, So, yes, that's tomorrow. Then on Saturday, we're playing it by ear. If you guys want to see more Shenmue 2 on Saturday, great. If you want to see more Toe Jam and Earl, great. We'll go off of whatever you guys are interested in. I guess we'll judge based off of feedback from 2 days of Shenmue 2 and a day of Toe Jam and Earl, what you guys like more. That'll be Saturday. Okay? Saturday night, I'm probably going to be returning to Minecraft. I don't know what I'm going to be doing in Minecraft. Last session was kind of random, and it ended up being pretty good with the expansion of my house and new improvements to my storage, and all of that. So I guess we shall have to think about it. What other improvements could I do? Should I go back to the Nether? What am I even looking for if I go back to the Nether? I think if I go to the Nether, what I should do is I should enchant armor so that I have powerful armor to protect me in the nether so I don't burn to death this time around. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll see. And then Sunday is the return of Apex Legends co-op with Brian and Kekin. And then Sunday night is up in the air. I may do some Dark Souls or I may do another chill game stream. We'll see. So today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, 4 more straight days of full game streaming for all of you. And I hope that you guys are excited. I hope that you guys are interested. And I hope to see you on streams, regardless of if Twitch is properly working or not. Which it's not. You know, it's all screwed up. It's all totally, well, it was. I guess what people are saying now, that if you refresh, apparently if you refresh everything, now it should be working. Okay? Hopefully. I guess we'll see. So, alrighty then. Alrighty. Hopefully the streaming's working. I hope so. Well, obviously I want it to be working. You know, this weekend. That would really suck. Monday's my next day off, by the way. And then next week, we begin with some of the new releases for March. Some of the new releases for March include Devil May Cry 5, One Piece World Seeker, and Sekiro, as well as this other interesting game called The Sunken City, which people are saying is a combination of like Sherlock Holmes and horror, which is kind of cool. That sounds good to me. Yeah, so there you go. All right, so that's it for kind of the schedule, guys. FYI, just a few very, very quick things to touch upon before we hit the plug segment and then the shout-out segment. So, as you guys know, today's the final day of February, all right? This next month of March is going to be very important for me. One of the most important months I've ever been a content creator, because in a very short amount of time, I really need to try to raise funds to help with my impending tax situation in April. I have a minor update on that. My tax attorney is already at work on my taxes. I got an update basically saying, okay, we understand that you're in kind of a rush to get information on what you owe. And, you know, we're going to start working on it. That doesn't mean that I'm going to get an answer anytime soon. It just means they're actively aware of what's going on. And they're going to be starting working on it. Okay? So, we'll see how the month goes. But this month of March, there's going to be multiple special events, including another retrospective special, where we go back and kind of watch stuff from the past and react to it. There's going to be, excuse me. There's going to be a, oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. Oh, there's going to be a special marathon event where I'm going to be doing a variety of stuff, and I'm thinking I'm going to be streaming for about 12 straight hours, okay? I've never done that before. So I'll probably start at like 10 in the morning and stream till like 10 at night or something crazy like that. I'll probably be doing a wide variety of stuff during said event, including things such as, you know, Street Fighter, which I haven't done in a million years. Probably some vlogging, all right? Like, we just, not necessarily vlogging, but like talking with you guys. Just like an open conversation for part of it. Maybe some of the games you guys like the most to see me play. You know, maybe some Battle Royale with Blackout. Or, you know, if you just guys want some chill stuff, maybe we'll do a chill game. I don't know. But the way I'm approaching it is if I'm going to do a long marathon, I should do variety so that way it doesn't get boring. And at the same time, it should be positive stuff. It shouldn't be an event where I'm doing annoying things and things that don't entertain myself, because that means that it won't entertain you. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's what I'm thinking is I would want to do something that basically would be enjoyable for everyone to watch, that newcomers and long fans alike would come in and watch this long marathon event. And obviously, if I'm having fun and I'm being positive, it would be more of a way to convince people to contribute if they wanted to, okay? So that's what I'm kind of thinking. All right, we'll see. I'm going to let you guys know as we get closer if and when this happens. I'm definitely going to try to do it and fit it in. I definitely want to fit it in before Sekiro, because I feel that when Sekiro comes out, that's all anyone's going to want to see. And I don't want to have Sekiro come out and now I'm taking a day away to do this special event or whatever. So I'm thinking kind of like middle of the month-ish. All right. Some people have already said, I hope he does it on a weekend because I could watch more on a weekend. So if I do it on a weekend, yes, but at the same time, all the new releases this year come out, or this month come out on Fridays. So if I do it on a weekend, it might be a little different. I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out. I'm working on it in my head. I'm kind of mulling through all of this. Of what exactly, you know, how we're going to handle it. So, that being said, let's see what happens and go from there in regards to this event. And I'll have more information, you know, when we get closer to it. But that's something to think about coming up in March. Ask the King is coming up in March. There's just a lot of stuff coming up in March along with the new releases. So like I said, this will definitely be one of the most important months I've ever had, because it could make or break my ability to keep my house. It really could make or break my ability to stay here and live here and keep doing what I do in my office. Or having to have a really bad year where basically the rest of the year I have to try to figure out how to sell my house and move from here to, I guess, an apartment somewhere around here. You know, it's just not going to be a good time. It'll basically be a really shit year for me. So hopefully, things will come together and you know, people will rally and things will come together and we'll be able to get through this time. But more information on that as we get closer to it. Okay, everybody? All right. So there you go. Now, let us go ahead and do some plugs. Then we'll do some shout outs and then we'll get started. All right. All right. Fair enough. Okay. All right, so, man, I just keep getting 100 emails, and they're all garbage too. Stupid garbage emails. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to be supportive today, all right, if you enjoy my live streams, my daily live streaming content, you enjoy my on-demand videos on YouTube, you like everything that I do, and you want to see me continue to be able to put out fun and entertaining content for you, all right, if this is what you like, there are many ways that you can support my efforts to keep doing this, all right? You can check out my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. Today is the absolute last day to pledge to my Patreon for February if you want to. And get in on the perks for the month of March. What are the perks? Well, if you pledge $5 or more, you'll be able to nominate your favorite moments of my 10 years as a content creator for the upcoming retrospective event that I already mentioned that'll happen in March. If you pledge $20 or more, you're going to get your question answered for sure on the new episode of Ask the King that's going to be coming out in March, okay? Or if you pledge $50 or more, you'll be able to get your question answered in a private Q&A video. All right? So, lots of awesome stuff in this regard. Give it a look at patreon.com/darksidephil for the full details. Thanks to everyone who is already a current pledgee, and thanks even for considering it. Thanks for the support, okay? Number 2, I have a Teespring store where you can buy fun merchandise, all right? Lots of stuff. T-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers. In fact, today, as I'll show you, I'm actually wearing a shirt. I'm actually wearing one of my shirts from my Teespring store. This is the, I guess you could call it the manga DSP version of the shirt. And this is a cool one that I actually did when I was playing lots of like JRPGs at one point. And I figured, hey, I'm playing Shenmue II. Why not toss the shirt on, right? Good quality stuff, I can attest. I've owned some of these shirts for 2 years now. They haven't faded or worn out whatsoever. Give it a look. Anything you buy from my store helps me out. And, of course, you get a cool collectible. All right, guys? Now, if you are here live on the stream, the reason that I actually say that is because some people are not live on the stream. They're actually watching this on demand on YouTube. But if you're here live on the stream, well, awesome. Thank you very much for that, obviously. Thanks for being here. If you'd like to contribute and get a shout-out for your contributions, you can. If you either cheer, sub, or tip during today's stream, so cheering with bits or subscribing to the channel or tipping me via, my tips link, you'll get a nice shout-out. If you cheer 100 bits or more, or if you subscribe and click the share button after subscribing, or if you tip me $5 or more, there'll be an on-screen thank you pop-up during the stream. All right, pretty cool. Adds to the interactivity of the streams. As you can also see, we've got a stream stats leaderboard for top cheerer and top tipper, which I will update periodically during the stream for the current top cheerer and top tipper. So that's even more recognition for all of you to receive, okay? Pretty neat. And, you know, very much appreciated any contributions you guys give. By the way, I should bring this up. As of today, this is the final day. If you actually do want to help with my impending tax situation, anything helps. Any kind of contribution, whether it's Patreon or tipping or subbing or whatever, everything's good today. This is the last day for that. Starting tomorrow, it's the 1st of March. And if that's the case, we'll have to change that. And I'll mention that tomorrow. Trust me. I will start talking about that tomorrow on stream. It's going to be a huge thing for the month of March. If you want to help, you have to contribute via certain methods, okay? But anyway, yeah. So thanks to anyone who contributes anything. It is much appreciated. Let's get to shout-outs. All right, let's get to shout-outs. Okay. Uh-oh. That noise you're hearing is me trying to get my browser to work. It's not going very well. Okay, here we go. Wow. Here we go. Okay, so first of all, I want to give shout-outs to people who actually contributed overnight. Okay? So, let's give a shout-out to those who contributed overnight, because there were actually a significant amount of people this time around. Okay? So, we start with Genetic Gamer, who did a 50-bit cheer, and says, Phil, I find it funny that detractors monetize your content, but at the same time take the moral high ground. Do you think these detractors are profiting off of your hardships? 100% yes. 100% yes. There's nothing else to say about that. Next question. He says, I'm getting weight. I noticed you lose weight over the years. Any tips on where to begin? Sure, I'll give you some general tips. I'm not going to give you, like, huge fitness tips or anything. But it's very simple. Number one, maintain a diet that's well balanced, okay? Cut back on the things that are high calorie or sugar intake that you don't need. For example, at one point in my life, I used to live an incredibly unhealthy lifestyle. I would wake up and eat unhealthy food for breakfast, go to work and drink like 5 to 10 cups of freaking coffee and tea and shit, have an unhealthy lunch, come home, you know, have a bad dinner. You see what I mean? Like, then I said, okay, instead of that, if I'm going to eat in the morning, I'm just going to have something quick and healthy. Cut that back on the coffee, cut back no soda, no drinking soda during the day. You know, lunch is going to be a lean lunch, not going out eating fast food. And for dinner, it's not going to be some disgusting, heavy, sloppy dinner, you know, something healthy, something balanced. So now, you know, now in the morning, maybe if I'm hungry, I'll have a piece of toast or two, maybe a bowl of cereal. For dinner, I have something that Kat usually makes that's well balanced, or something I make. You know, I talk about it all the time. Turkey burgers, with rice, you know, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, you know, and then at night, I might have a snack of some sort. And it's various. Sometimes I'll have a sandwich, just a quick sandwich. Sometimes I'll have rice cakes. Sometimes I'll have fruit. You know, and the thing is, all that stuff tastes good. It's just a matter of changing your diet to not be the quick garbage. You know, the quick trash that, you know, a lot of people, it's the pitfalls of just grabbing something quick, going out and buying something to eat that's bad, fast food, greasy food. Or eat constantly drinking sugar all day. Right now, I'm sitting here. I have a seltzer water and a bottle of water in front of me. You know, I used to drink Kickstarts every day. Now I'm cutting back. So, just some basic stuff. Just some basic stuff about your lifestyle, you know. If you have a sedentary lifestyle, keep moving. Have a day a week when you do constant movement. Try to maintain some physical activities / at least some kind of working out if you can maintain it. You know, maintain another thing. Maintain a good sleep schedule. Because let me tell you, when you have a bad sleep schedule, that could completely screw up your life. You know, it could. It could lead to you not having a proper metabolism. And that's bad too, you know? So, there you go. That's just a few recommendations. I'm sure there's tons more healthy things that other people could recommend. That's just me from my personal experience. So, there you go. Golden Colts did 100-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Golden Colts. And then he did 110-bit cheer. So thank you very much, Golden Colts. Xbox One is garbage tipped me $1 and says, watching yesterday's pre-stream, I'm curious about your taxes. What happens if you don't report all your expenses for the year? Like, what if you left out certain games that you had bought? When you're self-employed, okay, if you don't report all your expenses, you're only hurting yourself. Because the bottom line is, expenses, all right, are tax write-offs if they are covered. Meaning, for example, if I buy a video game and, you know, I stream that video game, that's covered, right? That's part of the business. Pretty much anything gaming related that I do is covered under as a tax write-off for me, because that's my life, that's my living, that's what I make a living doing. I play video games, I talk video games, I cover video games, I tweet about video games, you know, that's my deal, all right? If I didn't do those, I mean, that would be ridiculous. Basically, the government would say, well, you have no expenses to operate your business, so just pay us, you know, a flat rate of whatever you made this year. And that would be awful. That would mean that my taxes would be sky high. You know, it's good that I take the diligence to go through, like I did the other night, and, you know, go through all of my expenses in order to make sure that they're being accounted for. So, there you go. So, there you go. Yeah, you know, like I said, if you do not do proper, you know, expense tracking and you own your own business, you're just hurting yourself. You know, and that goes for anyone who does YouTube, anyone who does Twitch, and you have income based off of that. You should be keeping track of your expenses, and you should be doing your taxes properly. If you don't, you know, you're missing out, and you're basically monstrously overpaying taxes when anything that you do, like you bought a microphone for your stream, that's covered. That's a tax write-off, you know? Okay. Xbox One is garbage, ship me another $1 and says, Goro or Shao Kahn, who's the better one when it comes to pre-order bonuses? Goro wasn't very good. Being very honest, I remember, you know, Goro, back in Mortal Kombat 10, was kind of a gimmick character who really wasn't very good and was easily defeatable. Even the different versions of him, none of them were very good. So it was cool to have him only because he was a legacy character from past Mortal Kombat games. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it was kind of like he was a throwaway character that wasn't very important. Now, Shao Kahn is the big boss character when it comes to Mortal Kombat. At least for the earlier games, right? Until later on with different plot lines and the like. So, is Shao Kahn going to be a good character or a throwaway character? The other thing you have to factor in here is, Goro was pre-order only. I think later on they allowed people who bought the game to buy him from the store for money. But it was a good thing he wasn't a very good character. Because can you imagine everyone who pre-ordered Mortal Kombat 10 had like the best character in the game while no one else could play him? I mean, that wouldn't be fair, right? That wouldn't have been fair at all. So it's actually a good thing, in my opinion, that the pre-order character was a little silly. I mean, it's cool he was a legacy character. Was he, you know, a huge, amazing character that everyone needed? No. But it was a nice bonus, and it didn't really affect the gameplay balance of the game at all for him to be in there. That some people had him and some people didn't. So, I mean, Shao Kahn's cool. I guess we'll see how he plays in Mortal Kombat 11. And then I can make more of a judgment on this. For now, I can't. Okay? So now we move on to people who actually contributed during today's stream. And we start off with Moonwalkman, who tipped me $1. And apparently he's upset because he's saying that he feels he was, basically, oh, wait, all right, let me just read the whole thing. He says, Phil, you owe me 10 seconds. This time it's not in a car, but my 10 seconds of fame. I wasn't on the leaderboard. Although I was the highest tipper, it's not a biggie. I have fun with Shenmue and ask Stream Chat how to get a duck in Shenmue 2. I apologize, Moonwalkman. If you feel that you were the top tipper at any time and I didn't put you up on the leaderboard, that's my fault. You have a right to have a gripe about that. I don't know when you're talking about. Like last night, I don't remember seeing you on the Tetris stream. I do believe that you were here at least at one point yesterday for Shenmue 2. But I don't know what you're referencing specifically because you don't actually say it here in your tip. So I apologize again You are a loyal viewer and a supporter, and I appreciate that. And if I made an honest mistake here and screwed up, I apologize for that. Thank you for the tip. You are the first tip of the day. And in reality, I would put you up there on the leaderboard as the top tipper of the day. However, I got some bad news. An anonymous tipper, all right, tipped $23. An anonymous tipper tipped $23 and said top secrets. I don't know what the hell that means. Top secrets is top secrets, right? Like top secret. It's supposed to be like a play on words. But I don't know what that's in response to or ever anything. But anyway, thank you for that anonymous tip. I appreciate it. And let's go ahead and update the total leaderboard here. There we go. There we go. Okay. So yes, top tips are up to, or total tips are up to $24 so far today. Thank you, whoever that was. Thank you to the anonymous tipper. Appreciate that. So Abigail Rayfinger subscribed to the channel and then cheered 80 bits and says midterms are coming soon for me. Ugh. Yeah, I hear you, Abigail Rayfinger. I remember, midterms back in the day. All these big tests and shit that they have. Pretty silly. Let me get you up there. These big tests, dramatic tests in school and everything, right? I wish you the best. I hope you do well. And, I just hope that everything goes according to plan for you. And, no problems or anything. And, hopefully you do well. I always want to see my viewers and fans do well in their studies and their education. So good luck. Jack Spartacus tipped me $1. Thank you, Jack Spartacus, for the $1 tip. That actually gets us now up to $25 in tips. Thank you. I screwed that up. Let's try that again. No 9 to 5 Gaming. Subscribe to the channel for 12 months. It says ring-a-ding-ding baby full year. Thank you very much, No 9 to 5 Gaming. I appreciate that very much. And I want to say thank you. Thank you. For the 12 months of support. Very nice. Infinite55 just did a 2,000-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Infinite55. Obviously, that's going to bring you right to the top of the leaderboard for cheering for the day. Let's get you up there. Oops, it's 2,000 bits. My fault. 2,000-bit cheer. And thanks, as I said, starting tomorrow, if you actually want to be supportive in regards to the upcoming situation, there'll be other methods. I'll clarify starting tomorrow. Okay, I'll clarify starting tomorrow. All right. Moonwalkman tipped me $1. He says, since you're asking, it was actually on your Shenmue stream. I tipped you $10 at the start, telling you to buy all the Zippo lighters. Don't worry about it. Have fun. Wow. My apologies, Moonwalkman. By the way, if you're wondering what that incredibly annoying noise is, there's a garbage truck outside. That's what that noise is. It's very fucking annoying. Okay. But anyway, yeah, okay, Moonwalkman, thank you for clarifying. I apologize about that. Obviously, I would have put you up on the leaderboard if I probably was just had a brain fart or something. Who knows, right? So thank you very much, Moonwalkman. Let's actually update the total tips again. We're now up to $26. Knows Nobody did a 1,000-bit cheer and says, hey, Phil, is it true you're skipping Dead or Alive 6? Yes, it is. For multiple reasons. And I'll explain these reasons right now. First of all, thank you for the cheer. Very generous 1,000-bit cheer. Number one, because Dead or Alive 6, out of all the fighting games over the years that I have played, in all honesty, has probably the worst game engine of the big ones. Like I'll say, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. These are the games that are kind of synonymous with fighting game goodness. And then, of course, you got the ones from Arc Systems, like Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, and now Dragon Ball FighterZ. Out of all those games, Dead or Alive is by far the worst combat system. It's basically got this weird rock, paper, scissors style to it. That in reality is kind of weird. And it's a guessing game a lot of the time. I'm not saying it's a bad system. I'm just saying that for competitive reasons, it's not the best. Okay. In addition to that, you know, the game is basically getting kind of panned for silly reasons, in my opinion. But like Evo shunned it and isn't even having a major tournament for it this year, which is crazy. Like, people were expecting it to be at Evo, and they said no, we're not doing it. So the game basically just getting completely slammed and destroyed. So, you know, in all reality, here the real reason. All that being said, you might say, all that's the fact of the reason. The truth of the matter is this. All right, Dead or Alive 6 is not really going to be a game that's going to have longevity. I just know it. You know what I mean? I know that it's going to be a game that everyone plays for like a week, and then, you know, play through the campaign, play a week, and then no one cares about it anymore. That's just kind of the feeling, the vibe I have for it. And I've played the previous Dead or Alive games. It was kind of the same thing. In reality, you've got Mortal Kombat 11 coming out in April. And if anything, that's going to be the next fighting game that's going to be treated seriously and have longevity and have competitive gameplay online. That, you know, I'll be playing all the characters and messing around with the different versions of them. And, you know, putting a significant amount of time and effort into Mortal Kombat 11 come April. I don't foresee myself doing that in Dead or Alive at all. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, I would see myself playing through the story and maybe trying out a little bit of online play for a bit, and that's it. I remember back in the day, Dead or Alive 4, I played the hell out of that game, and the reason was it was one of the major games for Xbox 360 at the time. It actually had some of the nicest graphics on the console because the game ran at a full 60 frames per second. And it was the first fighting game that I played that was like in full HD and everything. This was around the era of Street Fighter 4. Actually, I think it was right before Street Fighter 4. So I actually played a lot of Dead or Alive 4 on the Xbox 360, and I was actually really good at it, but I didn't like it. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't really like that fighting engine that much. The rock, paper, scissors guessing game is kind of annoying and silly, and I don't want to drop the money on Dead or Alive 6, play it for like 2 days, no one cares about it, everyone complains it's not a good game, and then I play online a couple times, I rage, and then I never play it again. You see what I mean? I don't want it to be another fighting game situation like Soul Calibur 6, or like one of these games where I just basically am wasting money because I know I'm not going to be playing it in the long run. Versus Mortal Kombat 11, I know I'm going to be playing the shit out of Mortal Kombat 11 in April. I know I'm going to like that game, and I know it's going to be good. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's going to be fun, and there's going to be robust content. It's just going to be all around a great game that's going to be giving me... It's going to have legs. Let's put it that way. So... Yeah, and the other thing is, someone just said it, King Goken just said it, it sounds like Jump Force. You're exactly right, King Goken. I literally just dropped $60 on Jump Force, played through the campaign, played 1 or 2 matches of online, said, okay, enough, and that's it. I don't want that to happen again. You know, I just had that experience, and I don't want that to happen again with Dead or Alive 6. So, even though I understand there are some people who like the franchise, and there are people who are disappointed that I'm not playing it, I've made the decision not to play Dead or Alive 6. That is a really annoying sound from this truck outside. I'm going to be honest, it's very hard to concentrate and talk with that noise, that racket. Swaggins cheered and said, shout out to Infinite55. He has now become the #1 top cheerer of all time here on my Twitch channel. Actually, hold on. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations and thanks to Infinite55, the biggest cheerer of all time here on my Twitch channel. It is much appreciated. It is. You know, we're talking from way back when in 2013 when you couldn't even cheer. I guess what you really say is from when I started back here in fall of 2016, right? It was really fall of 2016 when I returned to Twitch in grand fashion. After, you know, years of being away, I came back, and for the past 2.5 years, I've consistently streamed here every single day that I can. And it is very much appreciated that Infinite has supported me in such a strong fashion. So thank you very, very much to Infinite55 for your support. Okay, thank you. All right. Also, Mort tipped me $3 and said Infinite55 has become your top cheerer. So there you go. People are recognizing Infinite for his contributions. Thank you very much, Infinite. All right, what I want to do, let's check on sub count. Hold on a second, because I didn't do this, and I know we got some subs here. We're 518 subs. We went down one. What can you do, right? Not a big deal. Okay. Oh, that's right. I do want to do shout outs for the top cheerers of the week. All right. Just to give credit where credit is due. And to let everyone know, how we're doing here with the standings. So, the top 10 cheerers of the week. Thank you to the following people. In 10th place, Rock the Ice 24. In 9th place, Golden Colts. In 8th place, whoa, there's 2 different Baja Blasts. We have 8th place, Baja Blast 72. And in 7th place, Baja Blast 75. What's up with that? I have no idea. In 6th place, Freddie Lamar Bosley. In 5th place, Uzi Go Hard. In 4th place, Knows Nobody. In 3rd place, Judicious Echoes. In 2nd place, Baja Blast 74. And in 1st place, Infinite 55. All right, so thank you to all of you. And much appreciated. Much appreciated. All of your support. Thank you very, very much for the cheering this week. Again, today, pretty much the final day. Any contribution you'd like to do. Cheering, subbing, tipping, Patreon, Teespring, all are much appreciated and all help me out, equally. So thanks for that, and thanks for anything you consider supporting me, today. All right? All right, folks. That is it for pre-stream. Let's end it. And I'm probably going to use the restroom quickly. And then we're going to get started, okay? We're going to resume. Actually, I've had my PS4 on all night. I'm not kidding. It's been on all night in suspend mode. Because we couldn't save the game yesterday. So we're going to resume right where we left off. All right. Very nice.